The clarinet is the same kind of ebony that the oboe is made of. I don't know, you probably can't see it from there, but the clarinet bore, so the wideness on the inside of the clarinet is bigger than the oboe, which is quite small. The oboe takes a lot of what we call back pressure. And you'll see that oboe players often get slightly red in the face because they have a little teeny-weeny hole at the top to force the air through, whereas the clarinet is a little bit more relaxed embouchure. And you see at the top of her mouthpiece, she just took off the mouthpiece and the barrel, you see something that looks a bit like the reed from the oboe, except hers is flatter, and it's called a single reed. It's not two little pieces of cane tied together, it's just one single piece of cane. And if you wonder about the cane, it tends, I think, I don't know if it still all comes from France, but it used to all come from France. The cane, most of it still comes from France. That cane is grown in France. France is known for wine and cane. So that the sound of the single reed instrument you will hear is quite different from the double reed, if you could just play a few notes. It's smooth, it's a very smooth sound. The clarinet's very smooth. It's neither as dark as the oboe or as bright as the flute, somewhere in between. Also called, the clarinet is also very commonly used in jazz music. If you remember Benny Goodman, who was probably the original and most famous jazz clarinetist. Can you give us a nice schmear? Can you give us a little bliss? Just a little one. There we go. That kind of jazzy feeling. Thanks, I can bring that into you. So let's hear some staccato notes, the short ones, and some legato notes, the long ones. I think of all the instruments in the woodwinds, I think I'm right, if the clarinet is the youngest. I believe it was developed not nearly as long ago as some of these other instruments. Yeah, I might be making that up, but I think that's right. Let me see, anything else we should say about the tonguing, phrasing. So I think the clarinet, because it is so versatile, it has its role in orchestra music, can be really anything. It can sound melancholy like the oboe, it can be fast and furious like the flute. It really has it's probably the most versatile, I think, of all the woodwinds. So can you play a little piece for us?
You want the range?
Oh, okay. Let's do the whole range. I forgot about the range solos. So again, not quite as high as the flute, but significantly lower than the flute. Do you have a little piece you'd play for us?
Be Our Guest.
Okay. She's going to play Be Our Guest, which I'm sure you'll all know.